How does it feel to come out of here with a nice win?
Yeah, the guys thoroughly enjoyed playing in the snow. They were excited about it. We know in this conference, you go play on the road certain places late in November, there's a good possibility you're going to be playing in some weather. So we trained all the way back from January, early morning, 6:30 in the morning, outside in pretty cold conditions when the field was frozen over, just to get ourselves ready for, these things that were going to come up. And it was really cool to see the way the guys started fast, and that's because we had one of our best weeks of practice. Certain individuals this week had their best week of practice, and it's awesome to see just the things that we emphasize, the things that we need to continue to grow at. Our guys are still hungry to grow at those things, and they'll do and work at the things that their coaches set up for them.
I know you've seen George run for a couple of years now, but watching him on that 49-yard touchdown run, does it still amaze you how tough he is to tackle?
Yeah, it was super impressive. In the fact that, part of it is the footing out there isn't very great, but he's got such great balance and everything, and obviously power and drive that he's able to keep going, and guys are falling off of him. That was an incredible run. The O-line and the tight ends and the wide receivers, you go back and watch this film, you're going to see some wide receivers blocking too and getting some knockdowns, but really excited the way all three of the running backs, 3 running backs got a fair amount of carries, 4 quarterbacks got snaps. Again, guys have been working really hard all throughout the course of the season. It's just awesome to see so many guys get an opportunity to play and contribute.
When George is rolling, it seems like the whole offense is rolling. Why do you think that is?
Well, it always starts up front in the run game. It just opens up more things and it wears out defenses.
There was a point in time in the third quarter where DB kind of laid on Keikani for a moment. It seemed to fire up the sideline. Next play, George Powers went behind the offensive line into the end zone. I don't know if you remember that play at all, but if you do, I'd love to comment on it. And then, more than anything, just the ability for you guys to finish tonight.
Yeah, it was awesome. Not only, we knew it was going to be a battle. There's a lot of tradition here in River, and our players were even talking about certain games in the past, like, some of these guys that grew up in Idaho, or even some of them that didn't grow up in Idaho, they know the tradition, and they were talking about certain games in the past. We won't go into a lot of detail, but it means a lot to them. And they know that the opponent was going to play really hard, and it was going to be a physical battle, and I'm just proud of the way the guys stepped up and played. And like you said, the way they finished, a ton of guys got the opportunity to play. We came out and started pretty fast, in the second half, and it was cool to see the way, a lot of the guys that don't get a ton of playing time jumped in there. We played some O-linemen. Again, that experience of getting some of those young O-linemen in there at the end is huge. Getting Ben Dooley back this week was huge too, and getting him rolling. So we're excited. Just got to keep growing and moving forward.
Obviously, last week I know the defense was frustrated with how it went. How motivated, I guess, were they to come out and have a strong game tonight?
Yeah, each and every week there's always opportunities to grow. We're going to go look at this film tonight, and there's going to be plenty of stuff that we're going to have to get better at before our next opportunity, and that's football. Again, some of it's, common eye don't see. We see it, we know it. We got to be really diligent down the stretch here. With every day we get to practice, every week for every opportunity.
Mad Dog.
What do you see in the pressure that you guys were putting on your quarterback tonight?
Well, I feel like our coaches did a really good job putting a plan together and then training the guys and getting them prepared to be able to attack the line of scrimmage, and we just got to keep doing that. We got to keep getting better every week. And I'll be honest with you, we got to do a better job tackling in the pocket. We can't miss opportunities, and our guys know that. We'll learn from what we did tonight. What we did well, we'll continue to work to do those things, and the things that we didn't do well, we're going to have to do better next week.
Mad Dog Madison got in there late. What did he do to earn the playing time, and what did you think of how he played?
I think he was 3 for 4, so he played pretty well. And he's been so consistent in his ability to lead and create momentum at practice for the offense. Again, being able to get Sam in there as well and get Sam to play, get some snaps and get a series in there, and then Cole got the first down on that run. That was awesome, man. That was so great to see. You talk about a guy who just comes to practice every day and works and helps the team get better. So, again, it was good to see a lot of those guys play, a lot of those young O-linemen, and to see a lot of the guys on defense play.
Andrew Simpson had a heck of a game tonight. What can you tell us about him?
Yeah, he's pretty slippery in pass rush. From just seeing it on the field, he did a pretty solid job with his run fits and was effective, again, in pass rush. He's got a little knack to him for be able to slip some blocks and create pressure on the quarterback.
You talked Monday about kind of, worry about ourselves and we're going to do our thing and 1 week at a time. I mean, you now are in a position where if you win next week, you clinch the division. I mean, now to be at this point where you win and you're in, what's to say about what the team has accomplished to this point?
Yeah, it's just, this is one of the funnest teams that I've ever been around, just from the standpoint we got a bunch of guys that really care about each other. Their purpose is right. It's aligned with the greater good of the family, and guys are continuing to grow each and every week, and they're having fun doing it. Again, this is one of our best weeks of practice this past week, and I look forward to getting back with them. We'll get some rest. We'll get home late tonight. We'll get some sleep. We'll sleep in a little bit, and then it's time to go tomorrow and start evaluating this game and getting ready for the next.
Growing up in Texas, I don't know if Taylor's ever played in a game like that. I mean, it was a blizzard there in the first half. He had a couple shots downfield, and then when Nevada didn't want to contain him on the edge, he took advantage of a couple of those tonight. What did you think about the way he played in the elements?
What did you think about Georgia's shot down the field to him? Nah, he did a good job. It was fun to see him. We've trained in these situations, and we play in them. And for the guys that are from California or Texas, I just always ask them if they ever paid attention in their geography class in high school of where Idaho is.
I know you talked about it a fean times, but what does it mean to be able to empty the bench as much as you did and get some of those guys that work all year for this to get some snaps?
It's awesome. I mean, there's guys that, because we're only allowed to bring so many, there's guys at home that, we could have played tonight too, and it's great for them to get the experience, not only because they work hard and to be able to get in the game, but it's great for them to get the experience. It builds that dependable depth. We had a few freshmen play on D-line there late in the fourth quarter.
After the struggles of the field goal team in the first half, how happy were you with the way that we responded and really those last three?
Yeah, again, the conditions are the conditions. We got to be better with that. We got to be much better. And so, again, we got to create those situations in practice, and we will, to make sure that we handle those better next time.